Everyone talks about motivation. Almost nobody talks about consistency. That's why most people fail. They wait for big energy, big moods, big inspiration. But progress is not built by big moments. It's built by tiny actions repeated daily. Let's make this painfully clear. If you do 0.1 effort every day for 365 days, you grow. If you do 0 effort for 360 days, you stay exactly where you are. 0 multiplied by time is still 0. People don't fail because they lack talent. They fail because they stop. They quit when the results are invisible. They quit when the work feels boring. They quit when nobody is watching. Consistency is not exciting. That's why it works. Think about this. 1 push-up feels useless. 1 page read feels pointless. 1 minute of focus feels too small, so people skip it. But small actions compound. Skipping compounds too. 1 skip day becomes a habit. 1 habit becomes an identity. This is where most people lie to themselves. They say, I'll start when I can do more. I'll start when I have time. I'll start when I feel ready. That is nonsense. Starting small is not weakness. It is intelligence. Your brain resists big changes, but it accepts tiny ones. That's how you beat it. You don't force discipline. You sneak it in. 0.1 effort today, 0.1 tomorrow. Again, again, again. No emotion required. Let's be honest. You don't need a perfect routine. You need a non-negotiable minimum. The minimum is the weapon. 2 examples. Read 1 page, not a chapter. Exercise 1 minute, not an hour. Why? Because once you start, stopping feels stupid. Consistency is about showing up, not showing off. Most people want dramatic transformation. What they need is boring repetition. Look at people who win long term. They don't go all in for a week. They go small for years. They don't chase intensity. They chase reliability. That's the difference. Now here's the brutal part. Missing once is not the problem. Missing twice is. Once is an accident. Twice is a pattern. Consistency breaks when excuses feel logical. I was tired. I was busy. I deserve rest. Everyone is tired. Everyone is busy. Everyone wants comfort. That's not a reason. That's the default state. The people who grow do one thing differently. They act even when it feels meaningless. Especially when it feels meaningless. Because that's when most people quit. Let's go back to the math. 0.1 times 365 equals progress. 0 times 360 equals stagnation. The numbers are simple. The discipline is not. Consistency means doing the work when you see no results, when nobody praises you, when it feels slow, when it feels repetitive. That's the real test. Your brain will fight this. It will say, this is too small to matter. You're not making progress. Take a break today. That voice is wrong. Tiny effort is how momentum starts. Momentum doesn't come before action. It comes after. You don't need confidence to be consistent. Confidence is built from consistency. You don't need motivation. You need a rule. The rule is simple. Never hit 0. Bad day, do the minimum. Low energy, do the minimum. No time, do the minimum. The minimum keeps the chain alive. Chains are powerful. Once you see yourself showing up daily, your identity shifts. You stop asking, should I do it? You start saying, this is who I am. That's when consistency becomes automatic, not heroic, not emotional, automatic. This is how habits actually stick, not through force, through repetition small enough to survive bad days. Most people want a breakthrough. What they need is not breaking. No dramatic changes, no massive plans, just tiny actions done without negotiation, day after day, week after week. Year after year. That's how ordinary people build extraordinary results. Not by doing more, by quitting less. So today, do the smallest version of the thing you avoid. 1 sentence, 1 rep, 1 minute, 1 step. That's enough. Do not aim to impress, aim to repeat. Because consistency is quiet, and quiet things compound.